Here we are live at the 360 Vegas studios with Trooper Talk with Trooper Wellman. Trooper Wellman, thank you so much. There's so many things that are happening. I want to make sure that we have enough time to talk about everything.
Yes.
Okay, so I received this video, and this video is horrific. I can only imagine somebody coming down the road in a wrong way driving, and this is what we're seeing. So Johnny, play it from the beginning. So describe to us what is happening here from a trooper's perspective.
So our trooper's patrolling. She works graveyard. She's actually watching this truck in front of her, and then out of nowhere, she sees these headlights coming straight at her. And there's nothing more terrifying than all of a sudden seeing headlights come at you, especially at a high rate of speed. Luckily, this vehicle wasn't traveling ridiculously fast, usually what's common with our wrong way drivers. And because of that, our trooper was able to intercept and go in front of and risk her life by putting herself in front of that vehicle and to try to stop the threat to, help our motoring public that's behind her and keep them safe. The vehicle pulls over for a second, and as she's repositioning her vehicle and actually giving out radio traffic to our dispatches as well as her other units to let them know where she's at, this driver starts to back up and starts to pull away from her again, causing her to reposition her car and actually get in front of it a second time to stop it. And this driver was arrested for suspicion of impairment.
I mean, these cars on the left, okay, let's say that everybody's doing the speed limit, okay?
Yep.
So everybody's doing 65. I mean, they're doing 65 miles an hour on the left. I mean, that tractor trailer, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if this trooper wasn't here, that car could have been with that tractor trailer or any one of those cars.
Absolutely. And it's fatal consequences, 100%. And when we're traveling at speeds of 65 on a highway speeds, it's fatal consequences. And if she hadn't been there at that moment to stop that vehicle from traveling wrong way, she not only saved his life, but who knows how many lives she saved behind her. And then, like you pointed out, the semi's coming down, multiple vehicles are still coming down. And because he's possibly impaired, and he pulls to the shoulder.
He's trying to evade when he's...
Exactly. And look, she has to reverse in the travel lanes herself to get in a better position and to stop this vehicle.
Yes.
So it's a lot of moving factors, a lot's going on, and luckily it was a happy ending at the end of it. Everybody was safe. She got the car stopped. She was safe, and nobody lost their life that night.
Wrong way driving. Let me tell you, passion, right? I mean, for you as a trooper to put your life in front of everyone else and to say, I'm stopping this person.
Yeah. You have to make that split-second decision. Either I try to stop that vehicle, such as that trooper did right there, and, you try to cut him off, or you have to notify your other partners and try to deploy stop sticks or try to make the public aware by using our big electronic billboards we have. I mean, there's different things we can do, but ultimately it is one of the worst calls we get as a trooper, just because how do you stop a vehicle that's moving possibly at 65 miles an hour, if not faster,
Yeah.
How do you stop it? So we have to make those split-second decisions, and we do.
Wow.
Prime example, we do,
The video is just, I mean, without any words is really, really powerful. And so, we want to make sure that we save people's lives. And maybe somebody's going to watch that video and go, you know what I mean? Like, I can't do this.
Yeah, think twice, right?
Think twice before you do
plan ahead, because it may, and videos do speak a lot, and that's why we try to be very active on our social platform, whether it be Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, to get it out there, because when people see it, they will remember it, and like you said, hopefully think twice before making those decisions.
Yeah. You have some statistics.
Yeah, so
tell us.
We have July 4th coming up.
Correct.
And with July 4th, that is actually our deadliest holiday weekend. We have our highest fatalities out of the year during 4th of July weekend. And because of that, we take a lot of precautions, and we try to do everything possible in our power to prevent any fatalities from happening during the 4th of July weekend. And, 4th of July is a celebration. It's people want to have a good time. We want to celebrate our independence, but we need to do it responsibly. And going back to, we need to plan ahead. So last year alone, we had 5 fatalities just over the 4th of July weekend. The year before that, 2019, we only had 2. So we went up by 3, which is 1 is too many.
Right.
And so our goal this year is to have 0. And the way some of the measures we're doing or putting in place to try to prevent any fatalities from happening is we have joined forces with our allied agencies such as Henderson, North Las Vegas, Metropolitan Police Department, and we are going to be out in numbers the whole weekend. So the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. So we will be there when people are coming into town, and we will be there when people are leaving our town. We are very happy and excited that people are coming to town to celebrate, enjoy the fireworks, get away. Las Vegas is actually number 5 out of the top destinations to travel to for July 4th this weekend, or coming up weekend. So we know that, and we are trying to plan ahead for it. I spoke to Zero Fatalities, which if you don't follow us on our social media, I highly encourage you to, so you don't have to remember this code I'm about to give you. But Zero Fatalities they have a coalition team that joins together. It's public and private partners that donate money to help people get home safely on holiday weekends.
Okay.
So they've put money towards Lyft to get you actually a $5 discount off, and we're going to be posting that on our social media. And the code for that is Smart Ride USA. And so you can put that in your Lyft code, and it'll give you $5 off, which is just, our city is, we want to celebrate, we want to have a good time, we want everybody to come, but we want everybody to make it home safely, and that's our goal, and have 0 fatalities, and we're making every effort to do that and be successful at it.
So for the weekend, if they put in that code, they will get $5 off from 0 fatalities.
Yes.
Right. From the Lyft.
Correct.
Right?
Yes, the Zero Fatalities Coalition team, which is made up of multiple private and public vendors. So they've all donated money.
And that's on all that information too. Tell everybody on the Facebook page, right?
Yes.
Because you put all that stuff there.
We are going to be posting that flyer on our social media page, the Nevada Highway Patrol Facebook page, as you see right here, as well as our Instagram and our Twitter account will all have the flyer with that code on it. So if you don't remember right now when I say it, Smart Ride USA, you can always go back and look at our social platform.
And if we're out having a good time and we feel maybe I should not drive, if I'm on the fence and I'm thinking that, don't even risk it, right? It's just not worth it. The last time we talked, and it was, forgetting, the emotional and all this, it could cost upwards of $14,000 by the time you add all these things and fees and, and we're here to save lives, but there is a financial
So
thing
the wrong way driver you just saw did not result in death, which is our ultimate goal and a happy ending, if you want to say, for lack of better words. But ultimately, like you just said, that individual got arrested for suspicion of impairment, as well as other, traveling wrong way, as well as other charges. And now they're going to be looking at all of these legal fees, having to go to court. They had if they had a clean record, now they have all these charges on their record. It affects you all the way through your life, job. Anytime you do a job application, there's a background check, all that's going to show. It's just not worth it in the big picture.
For a few moments, you know what I mean? And thank goodness the Lyft is, they're stepping up and helping with the Lyft, and I'm sure there's a lot of other various things throughout the city that, where they just want people to get home, and so, call a friend, do whatever.
Yeah, and we're just one of many. The one I just talking about, Lyft and the Zero Fatalities Coalition team, that's just one of many options that are out there. And, ultimately, if you have friends and family, I'm sure that when you really say, I can't drive, I'm too impaired, who would really say I can't, I'm not going to come get you? Because if you love somebody, you want them to get home safely.
Right, 100%. And some people go out and they're not meaning to do that, but sometimes whatever happens,
Yeah.
just make a phone call. You know what I mean? Call a
be
friend or
Just
something.
be responsible about it and make the right choice. I said it to you last time. Unfortunately, it doesn't affect people until it affects people personally. They don't understand the consequences and the result of the ripple effect, we call it. Whereas, like, everyone on scene, every family member that has lost that loved one now, like, they don't understand long term the ripple effect until it affects them personally, until they lose a loved one or they're the cause of someone losing their loved one. And we say, now they have that empty chair at the table because of the actions of one,
Right.
just because all they had to do was just call a driver or plan ahead,
Right. Plan ahead, right?
Plan ahead. That's it. It's simple.
So we're going to have a video that we're going to watch right now, but
Yes.
we'll talk through it. So seat belts save lives.
Yes.
So we're watching a video now, so tell us about this video that we're watching and tell us why seat belts save lives.
So this vehicle is traveling northbound on the 15 in the area of Sloan, and we didn't do a speed workup or anything like that, but the driver stated they were going maybe around 75 miles an hour. So speeds out there are posted 70. This is in Las Vegas, so we don't get a lot of rain is what I'm trying to say. And so when we do get rain, the old oil that's on the roadway will always come to the surface. And so that's why we always tell people when it's raining, even if you feel comfortable driving in the rain, slow down, because you don't know if there's oil or something slick on the roadway from a previous crash, anything like that. And the second you hit that, you're going to hydroplane or possibly lose control of your vehicle. So that's similar to what happened to this vehicle. It sees a puddle of water from raining from like a couple hours earlier, hits the water to fast speeds, hydroplane starts to rotate. Actually, it goes head on with the center median, and as you're watching this video, completely goes airborne, rotating, lands in the southbound travel lanes, and it looks like something straight out of the movies. Like, it looks like special effects.
Yeah.
But they lived, and they didn't even have any real major injuries, all because they wore their seatbelts. If they didn't have their seatbelts on, I could probably tell you almost 100% that they would have been ejected just due to the amount of impact that they had when they hit that center median.
Yeah.
So I've seen too many fatality crashes that look just like this one, and they've been ejected. And this is a prime example of one that was prevented because they
Yeah.
wore their seatbelt.
So that's a great message as well for the holiday weekend, right?
Yes.
Like put on the seatbelt, make the click, right?
Yeah.
It could save, the lives of you and, everybody else in the car.
Yeah.
So traveling, I see a bunch of road construction now on the 215.
Yes.
When I was coming up from Henderson, that they were paving the right side and then paving the left side, right? So here's the thing: if you're not paying attention to the roadway, the road is not the same every single day.
Yes.
Right? And so we have to pay attention to the roadways. Tell us about, being observant on the roadways to what we're doing and the defensive driving to help us.
Yeah, so that comes all back to, watching our speeds, not being distracted while we're driving, paying full attention to prevent any crashes from occurring. I know exactly what you're talking about on the 215, that construction. I get stuck in it every morning, and it's down to like one lane, and it's stop and go, stop and go.
Stop and go. But, I noticed that some cars, listen, we're all trying to get to the same, the place as fast as we humanly can, right? But, the thing is that sometimes I notice that when it's like this, a lot of the cars are in uniform. And so everybody is being very respectful through that area. Sometimes you get somebody that drives faster, but we're all being observant there, right?
Yeah, and the best thing I can just say is please have patience. Like, we love that our city's growing and we love that it's improving, but just please have patience. I practice it myself every morning when I drive through there, just because I get it. It's stop and go, and like you said, we're all trying to get to some kind of destination, but it's frustrating, with the merging and the zipper effect, and not everybody knows how that works. And then we don't want to see any road rage come from it, people getting frustrated. But we all feel the frustration. Just please be patient, and hopefully it'll be, completed soon. And then we have this nice new smooth road that we all can travel down.
Exactly. But and so that takes us to the point of when I was traveling, I saw an officer that was on the side of the road. and he had pulled someone over for whatever the reason. And what was really cool is that a lot of the cars moved over, right?
Yeah.
They slowed down. They talk to us about the move over law.
The move over law is anytime there is a vehicle on the side of the road, whether it be an emergency vehicle or anybody just put their hazards on, maybe changing a tire, maybe they had car troubles, had to pull over, or even a tow truck. Anybody on the side of the road that has their emergency lights, their amber or their red and blues activated, the law states that we would like you, as you approach, if you can safely do so, please move over to the lane, either to the left or the right, whichever shoulder they are on. And if you can't, you need to at least decrease your speed. It's for that person's safety as well as your own, because we understand everybody wants to look and see what's going on. We're all nosy, right? But with that, we got to be careful about it. So if you decrease your speed and then you look, it'll probably be a lot easier and safer for everyone. Or if you can safely move over, it is greatly appreciated, as well it is the law. As you saw in that wrong way video, there's many cars not moving over. Yeah. Granted, it was happening quickly, but if you can move over, it could make all of that difference of possibly that trooper being struck and then hitting the vehicle in front of her that she was trying to stop, and then everybody is injured. And if you can move over, it's greatly appreciated.
Greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Last and final thing, which, let's talk about the human side. So with what you do, you see these type of things every day. Maybe it's not that same exact thing, but, we're here for you as a trooper. And so we don't want you to experience any of this stuff anymore, right?
Yeah.
A couple seconds left. Just tell us about the human side of why we don't want you to experience this stuff anymore.
Going back to that video, you see what we're seeing, but you don't feel what we're feeling. You don't feel the breeze. You don't hear the sounds of the cars going past you at high rates of speed. In those moments, we're trying to make decisions quickly. There's a lot of elements into what we do, and ultimately we just want to go home at the end of the night to our families, as well as we want you to as well. So our goal is to just keep everyone safe. Please, for this holiday weekend, have fun, but just plan ahead so that you can go home safe and, hopefully spend it with your loved ones. And so, we just say, buckle up from the other video. If you saw firsthand, wear that seatbelt. It's going to save your life.
Buckle up.
Buckle up. Slow down. We are going to be out in numbers. It is not worth it.
Yes.
Slow down. We will
call someone. Do whatever you need to do.
Yes, please. And just do not drive impaired.
Do not drive impaired. Trooper Wellman, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We went a little bit longer, but I think that it's very important for this holiday weekend to really get this message out.
Agreed. Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, thank you. We'll talk to you soon. All right, we'll see you later. Drive safe this weekend.